But the real reason why we are here, besides these beautiful women of hope, is to meet Carri Lyons. And I have not personally met her. I feel like I know her because I have read her story, and it's an amazing, inspirational story. And I'm so excited to be able to present to you Ms. Carri Lyons. For $703,000. And that's when $5 of each of those bags goes back to it. I'm not one for IT, so I'm just going to walk and be casual about this. Someone had asked me, what are you going to say? And I was like, well, I don't know. So I'll start off shortly by saying that my husband and I would not be able to be up here without him, wherever he is. We biked from Salt Lake City to Omaha, Nebraska, starting June 16th, and we arrived in Omaha yesterday. So please forgive my hand tan and my feet tan, and we just got off the bikes yesterday. And this night is about hope and what hope means. And I know that it's about cancer, because cancer is just tragic and it takes so much from us. But this night is about adversity. I reached out to a few people that couldn't be here tonight, or people that I wanted to find out their stories of hope. And it was a person who lost her husband as he went hiking, and he fell, and a week later they found him and he had died. They left three kids, all under the age of 11, to a 12-month-old. He was out hiking one day in just in his backyard. I mean, in Salt Lake City, you have mountains, and the mountains are in her backyard. He said, I'll be back later. And a week later, they found him. And it's about the gal who wanted to be here, who was expecting her child. And she went into labor, excited. So excited like we are. How many of you have kids? How many of you have kids? And you went to the doctor, and you're like, we're going to have a baby. And that baby didn't make it. And she couldn't be here tonight. So this night is about her. And this night is about all your stories, because each one of you have a story, and it's in your heart. So many people have heard my story, and I say it very, very casually. And I'm going to share with you a story tonight that I don't share with a lot of people, that I don't know even if my family knows. So my short story is that in May 2008, May 10th, my husband and I were expecting our first baby. And you know, they say, when you go to work and you're pregnant, don't say anything. And I remember I was like a month pregnant, and I walked into work and I was like, we're going to have a baby! I'm so excited. And they're like, don't do that. But I was so excited. We were so excited about it. And I gave birth at 5.5 months into our pregnancy, unexpectedly and fast. Nothing could be done. That was it. It was a cancer. We had no idea. And instead of coming home with the baby, we came home with a little box with a little blue hat on it that he was wrapped in. We got a hold of him. That was May 10th, 2008, and his name was already chosen, and his name is Christian. The walk of Christ. That's what unknowingly. As that year went on, people said, it's grief, it's grief, it's grief. And as that year went on, I was tested to see about getting pregnant again. There was some, information given to us about why I delivered, but it wasn't really conclusive. It was just guesses. And I would get tested, to see if I could get pregnant, to see if it was okay. And it was fine. We went on with our lives. I started running again because I was a runner. And that was in May, so we went through the summer and things had slowly returned to normal. Like people say, like when you have cancer, it's going to return back to normal. And as that was happening, I became slowly depressed, but not depressed like I'm sad I can't get out of bed, but depressed like I want to cry all the time. There is so much rage right now that if God was in front of me, I would hit him. And my husband and I would, go through things, and it was okay, but there were some things that he would say something, and it would just set me off. And slowly things would happen. And it would just come up with different things about how ugly I felt about myself, how ugly it was. And my husband would talk to one of my girlfriends, and I would be like, you love her, I know you love her, tell me that you love her, and you don't like me, you hate me, you tell me that you hate me. And every night we would go to bed and we would fight until 11 o'clock at night, and one night he stormed out and I was like, I am leaving. And it's 11 o'clock, I'm in school night, and I was like, I'm driving back to Omaha. So I turned around after I went around the block. But the rage was still there. And every day I was like, tell me you don't love me. Tell me how ugly I am. Tell me how worthless I am. Tell me you don't want to be here. Tell me that God took our baby away. Tell me that he did it because we're not supposed to be together. And for months and months and months, the arguments got heavier and heavier and heavier. Heavier and heavier and longer, and the periods of not talking went longer. I would come home from work and I would drive by myself and I would cry, and the tears were right here, and I felt like an ocean was swallowing me. Until that 1 year later mark came up to celebrate what would have been our son's first birthday. And like I said, I had so much rage and so much anger, and I felt ugly, worthless, at the bottom of everything. I felt like spiraling down. It was the night before our son's birthday, what would have been, to honor his birthday, my husband and I said, let's go up to the mountaintop and let's hike 3 miles up to the top. And at 8:09 in the morning, we'll be there and we will wish him well and pray. But instead what happened is that night before, we went out with some friends and I accused him of having an affair, which was not true at all. I was literally outside of my mind, literally outside of it. And I was enraged, but I couldn't hit him because I would be crazy, and I was not crazy. And I was so mad I couldn't do anything, and I got a glass out of the cupboard at 11 o'clock at night, and I slammed it down, and the whole thing shattered, and my arm bled. And he goes, I want to take you to the hospital. I was like, absolutely not. I hate hospitals. I can't stand it. And this is supposed to be a momentous occasion, and it's sad, and it's horrible, and I hate you standing in front of me, and I hate what God did. And we didn't sleep at all. And I said, that's over. I hate you. It's over. And it's 2 a.m. and we have to get up at 4 a.m. so we can get up to this stupid mountaintop at 8:09 for a son, that baby that's not even here. We go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and we get up at 4. We have 2 hours of sleep. And we do our hike up there and we are fighting the whole way. And we're like, I hate you. Fine. I will walk away. I hate you. This is over. We were going to get in that car and pull away, it was going to be over. We were not going to be together. And we climbed up there after 3 hours of hiking in the snow and going, I hate you, I hate God, I hate everything. Why did you do this to me? You don't want to be with me. And he's like, I don't want to be with you either if you're going to be like that. And it's kind of cloudy and overcast and the sun is starting to come out. And we get up to the very, very top of the mountain. And the clouds disappear, and beams of sun shone down all over us, like a veil from God. got on my knees and I said, God, I cannot take this anymore. Help me. And we hiked down the bottom of the mountain in silence and we drove away. And we got home that day and we hugged each other and we cried for 8 hours. Do you know what day that was? It was Mother's Day. The week goes on and we're still together. And like I said before, I was monitored to see how my health was going. And things were fine that week. We had hope. We had hope. And I go to the doctor about seeing if I could become pregnant again. And you know what he said? You have cancer. It went completely silent. And like I am, because I run marathons, I said, I run marathons, I cannot have cancer. It was almost a year to the day. And then we went on the journey of having treatments. Fortunately, it was very early. That was in May. And after many, many consultation appointments, the best option was to have a full hysterectomy, removing everything, including my ovaries. They didn't know until I woke up what I would face. They didn't know if I would have to face chemo. They didn't know if I would have to face radiation. I was 34 years old, and a year before that I gave birth to our only child, and I had to face menopause. The old lady disease. I can handle cancer. But menopause? The old lady disease, sorry. And talk about surrendering your life. Talk about dying. Because every ounce of your life has just been taken away as they hold me down. I just closed my eyes and completely surrendered. I had no idea what I was going to face. I didn't know. Fortunately, I did not have to do chemo or radiation, and I made a goal list. And during my recovery, they said to walk, and boy did I walk. Now, I'm a runner, so for those people that run, you always have headphones in and gadgets on. You want to see what time you're doing, how fast you're doing it in, see if you can make it up that hill. And I couldn't. And I walked every day for 5 weeks. You know what else?